A Common Idiot presents Monster Mania.
To wrap up my first ever Monster Mania series on the channel, I had to talk about the king of Halloween, Michael Myers. And unfortunately, Halloween Ends recently just came out, and that movie, at least in my opinion, is a complete absolute dumpster fire. So we're going to forget that that movie even exists and it never happened, okay? Let's talk about good times. So I wanted to talk about 2018's Halloween. I usually am not a fan of modern day reboots or sequels from the original, but I have to admit I did really enjoy this film. Now, I did want to let everybody know I don't have a problem with Halloween 2, the original sequel. The only issue that I have with that movie is that they tie Laurie Strode into Michael Myers because we find out that she is in fact Michael Myers' sister. Personally, I didn't like that twist. I just like the idea that Michael Myers is a nut job and just is on a killing spree just because. He's just kind of a lunatic. And 2018 Halloween erases every other movie out there, and it kind of goes off and does its own thing, which I really appreciate. And I like the fact that they continue that idea that Michael Myers is just that. He is just an evil person, and he just did it because. There's a lot of factors of this movie that I really like. I don't think this is a perfect movie by any means, and I'll get into that in a minute, but I did enjoy the fact that Michael Myers in this movie, again, is just an evil killing machine. He does not care, he doesn't think, he just kind of does evil stuff. I also like the fact that in a modern day world, when you're talking about the events of the actual Halloween, they even mention it really wasn't that bad considering some of the things that we see in modern day life now. I thought that was kind of clever. A couple other aspects of this movie I really enjoyed was the fact that normally in movies today, when you have a female protagonist or the female main character, they're perfect in a sense, or a Mary Sue. Laurie Strode in this movie is not by any means. We could see the trauma that she is dealing with. We could see that she is a very imperfect person. She is an alcoholic. She is constantly preparing for the worst, right? Her entire life has been based off the events that happened so long ago. She's a bad mom. There's so much stuff. She's a bad grandmother. Because of all the trauma that she's dealt with, it's kind of ruined her life in a sense, and her entire life is centered around Michael Myers and what happened. So I really like that aspect. You can relate to it, you can understand it. Again, Michael Myers in this movie I think is done really well. He's just a killing machine when we first see him put that mask on and how it's kind of old and ratty. It's awesome. It's really cool, kind of gets you pumped, ready to go. The way they filmed this movie, a couple of those shots, the ongoing shots down the street when he's finally makes it back to the town, and it's Halloween night and he's walking around and the score's going on, like it gets you pumped up and ready to go, and that's why you're watching a Halloween movie, right? Michael's doing his thing like he did so long ago. Couple parts of this movie are definitely cringe. I didn't care for the whole twist with the doctor being involved and how he's obsessed with Michael. I didn't like that at all, but some of these scenes in this are brutal. Michael Myers is absolutely brutal in this, and I love the way it ends. I like the fact of how that final showdown at Laurie's house, she basically created a prison, preparing for this night, thinking, hey, this might happen, and if so, I'm going to be ready for it, and she was. So she basically made a little jail cell for him, and when she burns the house down, you see him just standing there and breathing, and that would have been a perfect way to end the series. I don't think we needed a Halloween Kills. We definitely did not need Halloween Ends. I think this is the perfect wrap-up of Halloween if you didn't care for all the other ones from back in the day. If this was a reboot, kind of a fresh take on Halloween, I think this one is perfect, and it's definitely fun to watch. But I always love to hear your thoughts down below, so let me know, did you like 2018? Do you prefer this over the original sequel? Do you like the original sequel over this? Let me know, because there's much to debate when it comes to Michael Myers and the whole Halloween franchise. The only thing not up for debate is that Michael Myers does rule Halloween, for sure. You can't have Halloween without Michael Myers. It's just out of the question. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. I always love to hear your thoughts. If you've been following the channel and watching the series, I want to say thank you for watching and checking out all the videos. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you've enjoyed them and had fun. I've had fun doing them. I will definitely do this in the future, maybe for other holidays coming up. We could base other movies off of that stuff, but I had a blast doing this, and I'm glad you did as well. So thank you again so much. I greatly appreciate it. Have a happy and safe Halloween, and until next time, take care.